How does Kyrie look after all this?
He looks brilliant, and he looks like the grown-up in this entire equation.
True.
And last but not least, more than anything else, he literally looks like a clone, emotionally, mentally. He looks like a clone of Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. That's exactly something that Kobe Bryant would say. Obviously, he looks up to Kobe. He has talked to Kobe. He talked to Kobe even before demanding the trade from Boston. And, you know, Kobe's one of those dudes, as you know, we all know Kobe, an assassin, incredibly confident. And no matter what the obstacle is, he believes that, you know, he'll bet on himself any day of the week and twice on Sunday. And Kobe is all about controlling what you do and controlling your own destiny. Kyrie Irving is looking at himself in Boston, and he's like, this is my team, all right? And I'm not anybody's little brother, and I deserve to be a #1 option, and I deserve to be seen as a franchise caliber player. And by the way, in the midst of all of that, I don't need to wait until somebody hands it to me. I can go get it myself, because if you recall, LeBron was talking about how he wanted to give him the keys, and you know, he just wanted him to be ready and all of this other stuff. Nah, Kyrie, like I don't need you to do all of that. And you know, when people talk about he doesn't want to be son, you know, he don't want to be somebody's son. You know, we all know what that means. What I'm saying to you is that that was the stuff emanating out of Kyrie's camp. And I'm not talking about Kyrie. I'm not talking about his agent. I'm talking about people in his old neighborhood. I'm talking about his daddy in his daddy's old neighborhood. I'm talking about friends from Bronxville and beyond, guys that I know, that know his family, that know him. They were all saying he ain't some little brother, some sidekick. He doesn't want to be sunned, which is something that I said back when it happened. And, you know, he has shown that he deserves what he wanted. And in the end, taking control of his own destiny and not being a part of that mess that has existed in Cleveland. Not only did he show himself to be the grown-up because of that reality, but it's because of the reality of what we've learned about the Cleveland Cavaliers as a franchise. Kobe Altman and Dan Gilbert made a move yesterday to alter the culture that had existed in Cleveland. And by the way, it all came to light the second Kyrie departed. Mm-hmm. So think about that.
What's the line from The Wire when Proposition Joe is about to get murdered by Marlo? Remember, Marlo's going to take over the rackets? And Proposition Joe says, I treated you just like a son. And Marlo said, I'm not, what did he say? I'm not the type to be son, or I'm not the son type. Right. That's kind of what's going on here. And not that LeBron treated him like a son exactly, but he did son him in another manner of speaking.
That's right, in another manner of speaking.
And Kyrie wasn't having it. Look,
that's right.
What's happening with Kyrie is my favorite thing in sports right now, because I questioned why he did this. I questioned whether he'd be successful, and more than questioned, if someone said, okay, fine, you're questioning, but what's your guess? I was doubtful.
Yeah.
But I was curious. I'd like to see if he could do it. And the most interesting thing in sports occurs when you have questions about something, you don't think the answer is yes, and someone proves you wrong and says, nope, the world is not exactly the way you think it is. What I thought about Kyrie, Stephen A., was when you are deployed as a weapon by LeBron James and not allowed to play to your full potential, you're not going to have the stats that Russell Westbrook has or James Harden has. But I didn't think those guys were better than Kyrie in terms of being able to put up those numbers. And so I thought what Kyrie would do when he got to the Celtics was put up crazy numbers like Westbrook or Harden. But I questioned whether and doubted whether that would be in the service of a powerful winning team that could make a playoff run. What Kyrie's actually done is played a real point guard. What he's actually done, he hasn't tried to stuff the stat sheet. He's not averaging more points than he's ever averaged. It's not about that. He's playing a winning brand of basketball. And more than that, he's leading a winning brand of basketball, proving my doubts wrong and doing something surprising and excellent. He looks like $1 million right now, and I mean that back when that was a lot of money for someone like for normal people. Maybe I should say $1 billion. He looks like $1 billion right now, and has and through his behavior and deed, has proven himself right.